Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. You can read, check out the title. Today we're doing a Stardew Valley tier list with, I'm pretty sure that's every villager, so take a little look. Let me read you the sections. We have the loves of my life, super cool people I want to be friends with, DILF energy, sweethearts, they're cool I guess, no strong opinion, one way or the other, something about them does not sit right with me, imagine life if they shut the heck up, or unbridled hatred. Yes, so we are gonna start, honestly, we can go in order. Abigail, I just like, I can't explain it. Okay, maybe I can. She's not very interesting to me. I think she's very rude. It's so hard because it's like, I like Shane. I love Shane. Shane is rude, but then you get to know him more and you're like, oh my God, okay. I kind of understand it. Abigail, I don't think I've done much with her. Doesn't she just have problems with her dad? So to me, she's just rude. So I wish she would just be quiet. So that's Abigail. Let's jump to Alex because he's the next one. I actually I married Alex, my first ever gameplay, because I liked a dude at my work named Alex. And when I played Stardew Valley for the first time, I was like, oh, Alex! So him, back then, I loved him. He would have been the love of my life. Now, I really need to replay his story because I haven't played that in years. And I don't actually remember, like, what his story's about. I know he had like a bad family life. I'm gonna put him in super cool people I want to be friends with. No, I don't know why sweethearts is lower than all this. I'm gonna put him in sweethearts. I think he's quite sweet. From what I recall, I remember one of his hard events, spoiler, you're just like, he takes you out on a little date in Gus's. I think he's like kind of a bimbo and like, I don't know, I think he's kind of cute. And I feel like every farming game needs a jock man who's also just very sweet. So you have the dude who will bomb you, I think, at in front of the casino, right? I'm like, it's either this. No, I think that has to be it. I think he's so cool. 1.6, we are absolutely not getting any information on him, but I think he's such a cool character. I actually have a weird fascination with characters that are in the game and you see them and you can interact with them, but like you don't know anything about them. Similar to Gunther, which we'll get to. So next we have Caroline. I think I would say she's super cool people I want to be friends with. I really love in-game that she gives you the tea saplings when you become, it's like a 2 to 4 heart, which in my opinion is quite low of a friendship to get a gift like that. She just seems really fun. I feel like she just needs some people. Next one, we have our boy Clint. He's really weird because I dislike him, but then also I don't hate him, but then I also hate him. I think his character, I don't think I've gotten more than a heart or 2 with him. I think his character is really odd. One day I'm going to make a gameplay of getting every heart with every character because I don't know a lot about every character. I'm going to say something about them. No, because I don't think he's like a bad guy. I'm going to say no strong opinion. I was going to put they're cool, I guess, but then I'm like, he's like sometimes kind of boring. So I'm like, maybe not. But I guess this is just like it's an up in the air because I really don't know much about him. I know a lot of people are like, screw him. I know he's weird with Emily. And he's weird with Emily when like you date Emily. But like, I just think that's bad coding. I think that's bad storytelling on Concerned Ape's part. I don't think he really, unless he did decide that. But that's my opinion. Next, we have Demetrius. I actually kind of like him. Like, I don't think he hates Sebastian. I think he's just really awkward with him. I know a lot of people are like, he's awful to Sebastian. And I know Sebastian feels like his dad's awkward. But I like Demetrius. I think he's really sweet with his daughter. I'm going to say sweetheart. maybe that's just me. I'm a little biased. I really like a lot of the guys in this game. I really do. I just can't help it. The next is, what is that even called? The dwarf? How old is this dwarf? I'm going to say super cool people I want to be friends with. I think the dwarf is just, it's one of those characters that it's like, I don't think you can become friends with them. It's not like Krobus, but I think the dwarf is just super cool. He's like always there and you can always talk to him and always get stuff from him. But then like, you know, he's just doing his own thing. You don't know anything about him, which I think is part of that mystery, you know? We have Elliot. Elliot's really difficult because I married him once. No, I never divorced him because don't you have to give a prismatic shard? I don't think I've ever had more than 1 or 2 back when I would marry him. He's so weird. I don't like this tier list. I feel like there needs to be something else in the middle. I'm going to say super cool people I want to be friends with. He does give off somewhat DILF energy. He's not a sweetheart per se. So again, I don't know why super cool is so high. But no, I do like him. I think he's strange, but like it makes sense to have that one person in Stardew Valley who's like kind of like, well, there's a lot of those people who are like off on their own, doing their own thing, you know. And I think the fact that he's an author is so funny, especially like now. I don't know, books and book people are just so popular. Unpopular opinion, I don't necessarily like Emily. I think her sprite makes her look like a 35-year-old mother of 3. Like, not in a bad way. No offense to the 35-year-old mother of 3. But I'm just saying, like, she's supposed to be, like, 20-something, right? I'm going to say something about them. No, it's like either something about them doesn't sit right with me. They're cool, I guess, or, like, no strong opinion. I don't remember. Like, she's weird, but it's like, it's not something doesn't sit right with them weird. She's not necessarily cool. I'm going to say no strong opinion. I really can't explain it very well. I'm just not a big fan of a lot of the women in this game, let alone just games in general. I just feel like people write women so one-dimensionally, and even when they write their men one-dimensionally, they still do it a lot better than they write the women. Does that make sense? Like women, I don't know how to explain it. I think, okay, so Evelyn, I love her. I think she's fantastic. Truly, I would say the love of my life. I think it's so precious that what's that one? There's something she wants to give George. She's like, hey, can someone give George something? So, like, it thinks that people are thinking of him or something. Do you know what I'm talking about? I just think she's super sweet. I love that she automatically is just like, yes, I'm grandma. Like, I am just grandma. Here are cookies. Thank you for being in my life. Thanks for being in George's life. I just think she's so sweet, you know? And I'll be honest, in real life, I'm not a big fan of old people, okay? They scare me. So I think they do a really good job. George, I also love George. I think his character growth is also really cute. And I hate to say it, if it was a female that was written like him and then had the same growth, I think I would hate it. I don't know why. My brain just goes the way, like, seriously, if they write the man like they write the woman, I'm just like, I feel like it's so superficial. That's just life, I think. I think that's just the way in real life makes women out to be. This is getting so dreadful. But I really love that he's just really closed off. And so for me, I always give him leeks. I literally only ever give him leeks or like hot peppers. And that's how I build my friendship. And to me, I think that's so... What's the opposite of superficial? Like unsuperficial? I think it's just like a very honest, like, wow, hey, this farmer is literally giving me leeks. They're not a bad person. They're not all that bad. And I love, at least in my gameplay, he starts to open up to you through leeks, you know, through just simple food, you know. Whereas I think I have a problem with Haley. She's not up next. I think that's where I have a problem with Haley, because her favorites, at least what I give her, pink cake, diamonds, like sunflowers. Sunflowers are fine, but it's like I normally have, you know, a random pink cake that someone gives me, or I have diamonds, and then that's how I grow my friendship with her. So I think it also boils down to how I play my game. So I think it's like Haley starts to like you more whenever I give her diamonds, and to me, I'm just like, that's superficial. But then it's like, again, that's how I play. So I guess it kind of makes sense why I'm like, the women are written badly. I guess they're not written badly. I think the way that I play my game makes it seem like they're written badly. Does that make sense? Like George, I give him random dirt from the ground. He goes, thank you. I give Haley a diamond. She's like, I still hate you, but thank you. You know, so I guess it boils down to me. This is an interesting video. Very interesting. All right, next one. He is from he's that one dude who just sits in that thing, the fighter thing. I barely go in there. I barely do anything. I'm going to say that, I'm telling you, I need something else here. Like, I don't want to say necessarily sweet. He's not like DILF energy, even like unironically or ironically. He doesn't give off DILF energy. He's not a sweetheart. I wish there was something in between that was like a really cool dude. Like, again, I love, oh my gosh. I don't know what I was saying. Someone had to text me. No, but I really love just these like random characters. Like, again, you're just like, I want to know more about you. I see you every time I come in here. You're like, I would say somewhat integral part of the story. I feel like he is part of the Stardew Valley. Without him there, unless that's the dude that just sits there. But I think he's useful. I really don't use Adventure Guild. I'm going to say, I hate to put him there, but they're cool, I guess. But it's not like a bad cool. It's not a bad, they're cool, I guess. It's more just like, okay, yeah, I think they're pretty cool. That's what I'm getting at. We have the mayor. I don't know. I think he's one of those characters that we don't really see much. And we can barely interact, but it's like, I wish we had more, you know? I know there's that Zuzu's City mod. I think that mod is so empty and barren. It frustrates me to watch people play it. You give me this big apartment, well, Stardew Valley, you cannot fill that and make that look good. But it's just like, I want Stardew Valley to give us like the city and then to give us more of everything. But this guy, I'm gonna say, he seems really sweet. I'm gonna say sweet. He does seem really sweet. You know, even if you give him normal items, liked items, loved items, he's very grateful. Bad items, I have never done that, and I don't even think I've read it. But yeah, Grandpa. Anyways, Gunther. Gus. I will be completely honest with you. It is between both of these. He gives me sweetheart vibes, but then also kind of gives me DILF. Like, you're telling me you can cook? But then he's also like really sweet. Like, he helped Alex with his little date. I'm going to give DILF, but like a bestie DILF sweetheart kind of man, you know? I love it. I love that for him. Harvey is so weird. I think I've dated him once. I don't even know if I married him. I think I dated him once, like first. And he was always like, make sure you cover your nose. Make sure you cover your nose. I'm like, okay. Now I feel like Concern 8 messed up with his chats. Because I'm like, how are we dating and you're still talking about covering my nose? I get it. But you could have been like, sweetheart, cover your nose. So him. Why is there a 03 there? Did I type that? Me when I accidentally type stuff. Oh, I absolutely did type that. Hold on. Those are my key bindings for pausing and playing. So yeah, Harvey, I'm going to say he's cool. No, I don't even think I think he's cool. I don't think he has like a lot of, I'm going to say something doesn't sit right with him. I feel like, I need to replay Stardew Valley focusing on the relationship part of the game. I almost want to do a JoJo route and then have a relationship focus. But like, it's like, I feel like Harvey's one of those characters, like whenever you got more hearts, I think I expected more. Like, I didn't realize he would be so, I I do think Harvey's quite one-dimensional now that I'm thinking about it. From what I recall, I think he is one of the few one-dimensional characters. Like, I don't feel like I see any growth. I think he has, like, romantic relationship growth, but, like, his own growth. Does that make sense? Like, his own self-growth? I take a shot every time I say growth. Okay, so Haley, she's hard. I think she's really pretty. I'm just going to put her there for now so we can look. I think she's really pretty. I think she's quite cute. She does get sweet. I think it's really cute that she opens up and it's like, oh, a photographer. Like, you learn more about her photography and all that. But then I sit there and I'm like, Again, it does come down, I guess, to my gameplay. It's like I give this girl diamonds or coconuts, but by the time I unlock the bus, I do have those diamonds. So I give her diamonds, coconuts, I don't know, but then it also comes down to every character, you talk to them and you give them gifts. And you give them gifts is essentially the biggest way how you become more friendly. And for everyone, like most people, I feel like it works well. But with Haley, I feel like she's only liking you because of the gifts. Whereas the other people, I feel like they appreciate the gifts, but she's like, I don't know. Does that make sense? Maybe it's just the way she's written. I almost want to say unbridled hatred. Like, not necessarily unbridled hatred, but I don't want them to shut up. I think Haley is... No, maybe I'll put it here. I think hatred's just too mean. I don't know. It's not something doesn't sit... No. I would say something doesn't sit right with me, because I still kind of like Haley. No, that was a struggle. Struggle busting over here. Next we have the little gremlin guy. He's in that... Isn't he the... I don't even really recall him. Doesn't he do the dark void mayo thing? And then... Yeah. I don't necessarily want to be his friend. I think he's also one of those. He's just ugly looking. Not gonna lie, he really looks... Now that I'm putting him up to people, I feel like these two characters look out of place. Why does this character almost look like the earlier... sprites? Like, have you ever seen like earlier Alex? Like Alex before, this is what he actually looked like. I feel like this is Concerned Ape like first or second go at Gil, is that his name or whatever. So now I'm like, I think his character sprite looks weird. Oh, that's really off topic, but no, I also think he does look like similar. He's a little too detailed, but I don't know, I just don't like his look. I don't really particularly like his vibe. I'm gonna say something doesn't fit that, like that. Tell me that those are two different games. Next is Jazz. I will be honest, I don't think I've gotten more than 2 or 3 hearts with her. I think she's quite difficult. I think she likes some of those flowers you can grow, but I just never particularly care about her, even though I'm dating and married Shane most of the time. I'm gonna say something doesn't sit right with her. I don't hate her, not because she's a child. I would definitely hate children, but like, I just look at her and I'm just like, nothing about her makes me want to get to know her better. I think that's the struggle. I think Vincent, when we get to him, I think the game does a lot better job. Vincent's like, I can't talk to strangers, and it's like, hey miss, how about, like, he seems sweeter, and to me that's like, oh, I want to get to know more about this kid, because I'm a person in my mid-20s. I don't necessarily care about getting to know video game children, and but I think that's where Vincent does a better job, because I'm like, he's precious, I like his family, sure, I'll get to know him. Whereas Jazz, there's nothing about her that interests me. I don't like her look. I also think she looks slightly, I think it's her hair that doesn't help, but I think she just looks, her pixels look weird. She just gives off bad vibes. Like, I just don't necessarily like her. Oops, didn't mean to scroll down, but that's who we have left. So we have Jody. I think I absolutely love her. I really love the mothers in this game for some reason. I think they're really cool. What I love about them as well is that they start off very sweet, but then like the more that you talk to them, it's like they're not just mothers. Like, yeah, you do learn more about them being moms, but it's like you also get to learn like, hey, they are also people. They're not just Pierre's wife. It's not just Caroline, like Abigail's mom. Like, it's like, oh, you get to know she really likes tea, or oh, you know, her husband Kent, oh, she likes cauliflower, blah blah, you know. So I think once again Concern 8 did a fantastic job writing the parents, because I don't know, I think IRL, even in life, in person, like people and parents are just subjected to like, yep, I'm a mom of 2, like, yep, this is my daughter, this is my son. So I like that she has done that. Concern 8, that's what I meant. Boom, Kent. I love him. It's between sweetheart, Dilf, super cool, and the love of my life. I think he's such a cool character. I absolutely was shocked to my core, because I'm just going to put him here for now. Because when I first played the game, I never got past year 1. I never finished. I would just, I have old videos of me playing. I absolutely had no freaking idea what I was doing. I don't even know if Kent... I think Kent was a thing back in 2016. I played a few months after the game came out. I played before Shane. We'll talk about that in a bit. I played before Shane was a marriage candidate, which, again, I'll talk about. I don't know, but I really like Kent. He shocked me to my core when I saw him. And then, because by that point, it's like I had a few hearts with people, and I knew people, and boom, they threw this new character out 2 years in. It's like, oh my God. This is the husband of a family that I've been romancing. Like, this is awesome. I'm going to say super cool people I want to be friends with. He also does give Dilf energy, but I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's just a really cool character. I really like him, and I love his storyline, and I love, because he's so jarring compared to everyone. Like, he's just like, my brothers were killed, and he's just like, bombs and the war, and you're just like, dang. You know, I'm over here growing purple flowers, and you probably killed a man. You know, I just think it's so interesting, you know? I don't think Stardew Valley is necessarily the deepest or darkest game, but it's people like Kent and those little things he say that you're like, whoa, okay. You know, it's not Harvest Moon territory of like, oh my God, my dog killed the mayor, but like, you know, it's still really cool. Next one is Krobus. I will be completely honest with you guys. I have never romanced Krobus. I would always give him gifts. I don't think I necessarily got him more than like 2 or 3 hearts. I just forget about him. I know people are like, I love Krobus. I love living with him. I think he's cool. I definitely need to get to know him more. I would say super cool people I want to be friends with. I literally just said that and I forgot that was a square. Next one. So Leah. I always thought Leah and Jody looked similar. I almost feel like that's Concerned Ape having, you know, when people create Sims and they're like, do my Sims look the same? Yes. I feel like that's where these two come in line. And also, same face syndrome. These give me same face syndrome. It's like he learned how to draw lips. And he did that for all these characters, which no shame. I just think it's funny, especially like, look at these two, his hair. Look at the hair. But Leah, from what I recall, I'm going to give her a sweetheart. I think she's really cool. I've never married a woman in this game. I've romanced 2 people, like full 10 heart romance. I think so. Yeah, 10 heart romance. It was Haley because I was interested to see what does she do. Is it 10 heart or 8 heart? I think it's 8 heart because don't you have to marry them to get 10? It's 10 or 8, whatever you can unlock the highest. And then Leah, because I remember I played for a few years and Leah's so out of the way for me and I barely saw her. And at one point I was like, okay, I'm going to romance Leah just so I know what this lady's about. And I think she's really cool. She has that whole art vibe. I really like her cutscenes. I feel like it unlocks more of Stardew Valley in the story almost. And she's just very interesting. I really like her. I want to I'm going to bump her up. I was going to say Dilf, but then I'm like, I think she's really cool. Next one is, I don't even remember his name. Marnie's man. What is it? The mayor. Mayor Lewis. I don't necessarily hate him. Again, it's one I don't know if people meme hating characters or not. Because because Lewis is one of those popular ones to get memed / to get hated on. I'm not putting him there for now, probably. I'm just trying to look at him. I don't hate him. Yes, I think he's a little slimy with some stuff. I think him and Marnie, I don't get annoyed by it, actually. I think it's quite cute because it's like he's just, hiding around. I don't think he has anything to hide. Maybe he's like, but I'm a mayor. I must look professional, even though I left my underwear. I'm actually going to keep him. They're cool. I don't necessarily hate him. I think he's a good enough mayor. I think he's really cool at times. I think he's really sweet at times. I think he's really funny and interesting. So again, I'm not necessarily like a mayor hater over here, That's just me, though. That's just me. All right. We still have 2. All right, next one is Linus. Absolutely love of my life. Whenever I started playing, I remember my first time, I gave Linus just random stuff and he was like, thank you. And I was like, what? Like, you like this? I think, yeah, he was one of the first few people that I got like hearts with, not full hearts, but just hearts in general. And then pretty much from every game out there, he was one of the first few people I would get full hearts because it's like, I always see him. I always pass. Most days I go to the mines. If I don't, I just walk there anyway. So I think he's just easy to hit. I also think he's a very interesting story. I personally do believe he has a connection to Morris or Joja or our grandpa. I just think he's a really interesting character, and I think Stardew Valley does a really great job of just adding a lot of interesting characters, with just different thoughts and opinions and all that. This is Marlin, I think. I would like to give him, honestly, like DILF energy, but like in a really nice way. I really think he's a cool character. I'm pretty sure he's the one you can buy stuff from. Would love to get to know him more. You might be able to. I just haven't completed a lot of the Adventure Guild stuff. I think he's really cool, though. Yeah, I'm just looking at him. I don't think I've ever, like, focused on the sprites all that very much. 1.6 is going to give us winter clothes, which I'm so excited about. Truly, truly so excited about that. Next one, we have Marnie. Marnie gives me such weird vibes. I absolutely dislike her. Because she's never open, and I don't even mean that in the meme-y way. I almost want to give her hatred, because it's like, I try not to look at the wiki very much, unless you're like, what specific time do I need this fish? But it's like, you look at her wiki, she is technically open, like, I think 4 or 5 days a week, but like, it just feels like she's never there, and she has such a weird schedule, and her character starts off fine, and as you unlock more, it just stays fine. I think she's a really badly written character. I feel like she has absolutely no character growth. I think she has no character stuff to start with. I just think she's just a bad character all around. I almost wish she was just one of those NPCs that you never could talk to, but then it's like, I like her storyline. I like her storyline with Lewis, and I like her storyline with Shane. Okay, I gotta bump her up. I'm gonna say something doesn't sit right. Because sometimes you're just like, she's so bland, and the other times you're like, she just saved Shane from almost alcohol poisoning, So, dang, like, I hate her, but then it's also just like, not a fan. Next one's Maru. I'm gonna say no strong opinion. I truly have never been interested in marriage with her, or dating her, or getting to know her character. I think her liked items and her loved items, if I recall, they're quite weird / like out of the way. I think she likes some gems, and either way, I just think her character as a whole is just so out of the way. I hate out of the way characters, because it's like, I'm not going to your house just for you, even though I do that for your brother, but that's different because he gives me something and I love him. But no, I think her character, again, I haven't done much, but from what I have seen on the surface, it's like she reminds me of Harvey almost. That it's, well, no, I want to bring her down. No, I don't think she's awful. I just feel like she really is quite one-dimensional. Maybe she has more, but like, I think she's stuck in the Harvey syndrome where it's like, she's like, robots, 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 robots. Where it's badly written, you know, whereas other characters like certain things, but I feel like they're more than just what they like, you know, like Alex is more than just sports, you know. Yeah, it really is weird how some characters are written, in my opinion, not written well, whereas other characters have essentially the same story, but they are written better, you know. That's so weird. All right, next one is Morris. I'm gonna give absolute DILF energy to this man. I think he's the forefront of DILF energy. If we are being completely honest, I think he's such a baddie. He's like such a cool quote unquote villain because he's like not really a villain. I don't think he's really bad. I don't really think Joja's super bad. I do agree with a lot of sentiments. I wish Joja as a whole was cheaper, so it actually made more in-game sense for them to be a competitor, but I think his character's quite well written. I actually really love the mod for him where it unlocks more of Morris, because it's like, I actually almost think of that as canon, because that's kind of what I assume Morris would be as well. You'll just look up a mod video or something, but no, I really like him. I think he's a really cool character. I love what he adds to the game, whether you take Joja route or not, you know. Especially if you don't take Joja out. I think he's just such a cool character. And it's like he's a baddie when not really being a baddie. It's just like if a neighborhood Walmart opened up in your neighborhood, you're just like, I mean, we don't want another corporation here, but also it's going to make grocery shopping a lot easier, you know? That's kind of my sentiment. Next one is Key. Absolutely. He is DILF, but then he's also the love of my life. He is the forefront of the love of my life. That is the coolest freaking character I have ever seen. I love that before Ginger Island, like Key was just this mysterious figure, and I loved it. I loved it with Ginger Island. He continued to be mysterious. You found out just a tiny bit more of him, but you're just like, I think he's so cool. I think he gives that Harvest Moon vibe where it's just, he's almost like the little spirit elves from Harvest Moon. I didn't play Harvest Moon very, very much, but like Key feels like he is entwined. He's entwined with the game, but like he's still his own figure. He's still his own person, and he's just so random. But like he fits. Without him, I feel like the game would be like, it'd be fine. But like now that we know he's here, and you're just like, I love him. He's so random, and he randomly pops up, and you're like, I love that I have to give a yellow thing to the mouth of a serpent. Like, I think awesome, so cool. It's like I never left. I'm back. My dad was like, I want a soda stream. I was like, girl. Okay, next one is Pam. DILF, absolute DILF. She's a sweetheart, but I also think she's a DILF. Obviously she has her problems. She doesn't necessarily have character growth with the alcohol, but I think that's also, there's probably limitations with what Eric or what Concerned Ape can do regarding coding. Like he probably was like, okay, I'm not gonna code it so Pam stops drinking, because then she would need new dialogue, she would need new ways to walk, she would need new everything. And I feel like, why would you do that much for one character? So yes, she still drinks, but I like to think that she just drinks less, right? But I really like her character. I think she's really, really sweet. You know, obviously she's still mean to her daughter at some points, but I don't know. I actually really like Pam. I also think she's similar to Mora. She's integrated herself into the story. I feel like without Pam, you don't have Stardew Valley. Like she eventually drives the bus. She's just mixed with so many characters. Yes, not in the best way. She's not mixed with them in the best way, but like she still is there, and I really like her, and I think it doesn't matter about anything she really does at the end of the day, because this is a fake game. It's a game. Yes, alcoholism is real, and people like her are real in real life, but to me it's a game, right? I try to look at games such as so it's, I don't think she's the devil or anything. But no, I like her character. I think the growth she does have is good and fine and dandy. I think she's awesome. Next one is Penny. something doesn't sit right with her. She's really strange to me. I think I watched a video or read something. No, I'm going to give her like, I'm going to say no strong opinion. I don't like her character. I don't like kids in real life. I don't like these kids in game. I don't necessarily like Penny. I like her storyline with her mom, and I like that she has I almost feel like Penny has two stories going on, like her wants and dreams and goals, and then she has her mother. So she has those two stories. Penny's weird with her heart stories, with her choices. Someone, I think it was on Reddit, was like, Penny is one of the only people that you can lose like a bunch of points with a heart event. With you, I think you tell her like you don't want kids or you don't like kids. She does not like that. I'm not going to judge you for that, girl, because like that's your character, but it's just like, wow, like that's really cool, honestly, to see that. But yeah, she's not necessarily my favorite character. I almost feel like if she was gone, the game would still go on without any problems. The kids just wouldn't go to school, or someone else would fill that role. Next is Pierre. I'm gonna say they're cool. I think Pierre also gets a lot of hate, but I'm gonna put it in the same section as Lewis because it's the same thing for me. He's just there. He's doing his job. Sure, he's a little butthead rascal sometimes, and yes, he says that you sell your vegetables and they're his or whatever. I once again think some of that's slightly coding reasons, but also even if he does say it's his, like, let's be real. Everybody knows that you are the farmer and you sell the fruit and vegetables. So I don't really care. I think he's a cool character as well. I think he's ingrained to the story. He is when I hear Stardew Valley, I absolutely think of Pierre because of his shop and everything. Really cool character. I really do like him. Next one is Robin. She's second place Dilf to me. I think she's such a cool character. She's the carpenter. She's a mother. She is a woman who is angry about tomatoes. I think she is just so cool. I also, like, when I think of Stardew Valley, I think of her. If you think, like, what characters could you keep in the story? Well, no, what characters do you need to keep Stardew Valley in the story alive? And what characters could you get rid of? And you're like, okay. Like, if the mayor was gone, okay. You know, hey, if Emily was gone, okay. You know, there would only be one person working at the saloon. If Pam was gone, who the heck's gonna drive the bus? Who the heck's gonna be Penny's mom? Who the heck is gonna be, you know, like, I feel like Pam is just in so many stories, whereas I feel like, what is her name? The girl, Robin. I also feel like she's not in too many stories, but she still is, well, she's in a few stories because people talk about buildings and stuff, but no, I think she's awesome, you know? So I don't know. Next one is Sam. I'm going to put sweetheart. I don't think I've ever married him. I think he is one of those people. I don't ever care, nor am I aware of like the age of Elliot. He is a 29-year-old, 31-year-old male living at the beach. No, I don't. I look at these characters and I just go, Pam, older woman. I go, Alex, kid, like an adult, teen adult man, grown young adult. Abigail, adult, young adult. Emily, suspicious. But you look at Sam and you're like, freshly 19. Like, this is a freshly 19-year-old. Like, I am hyper aware of his, I don't want to say childness because it's not bad. I think everybody is allowed to be childish or just enjoy life. That's myself as well. I get told I do not seem or look like my age. I don't act like my age, which is fine, which is why I like Sam, but it's also like, I don't know, but I do think he's deeper. He's got such deepness to him. It's not super deep, right? But it is a little deeper. So I think Sam's really cool. He is also one of those characters you absolutely could take him out and you'd be like, Vincent, how does it feel to be a single sibling? So yeah, I don't hate him, don't love him necessarily. No, I would say I like him, yeah. All right, next one is Sandy. Love of my life. I think she's, no. We're gonna put super cool. I was just thinking she doesn't have that many things. I really like her. No, it's in between love of my life and super cool. I'm looking at it. No. I love her. I really love her. I think her character is really awesome. I would love 1.6 if they do something with her. Let her come to the valley once a month or something. Let her do something. Make her like she's so pretty and she's so beautiful. I love her. Like, I don't know. I also feel like she's really cool. You know? Hat Mouse. I don't actually quite care about Hat Mouse. Like, I literally don't care. This thing, I'd say he's cool. I don't really think I've ever given him anything because he's like, I want a tuna. And I'm like, I don't have a tuna. Sebastian, the love of my life. I love him. I think I really would say I am both Sebastian and what is his name? Shane. I'm like, Sean. Sebastian and Shane. Sebastian and Shane are me. I think they are both me. They each separately. I think they have really awesome storylines. I really feel for Sebastian with his like, nobody really likes me. I'm just down in the basement. Nobody understands me. Nobody gets me. I want to move out of here, move to this city. I love it and I get it. I really feel that's me and I see myself in him and I just really like his character and I like his character growth. I feel bad that we get married and then he's like, actually, I would love to live on a farm. It's like, no, for like hours you were talking about living in the city. But no, I love his character. I think he's really well done, you know. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I just love his character so much. On to Shane. These aren't in order other than these two. Shane is my favorite character, romantic and non-romantic. When the game first started, 2016, that's when I played. I think the game came out in February or March. I played in like June or July. Shane was not romanceable. I talked to Shane. He said, what do you want? Stay away from me. And I said, I will never speak to this oaf again. And I never did. I never did until, I don't know if it was a year or 2 or 3 later, but Concerned Ape on Twitter was like, who should be a marriage candidate? And I think I voted for Shane. But Shane won. I don't remember the others. I might have just voted for Shane. Because I think the other ones I was like, what? But yeah, so Shane eventually became a marriage candidate. And I started a new game. And then I started working on him. And I was like, I absolutely hate this dude. He is so rude. And then at one point he was like, hey, thanks. Sorry that I was rude to first meeting you. And I was like, what? And in that first heart event of his, I fell in love. I was like, oh my God. Shane, I did not expect. Like, I feel like everybody's like deep in their own way, but it's like not very deep. It's like you dig a few times at the beach and you can stick your foot in a hole. But I feel like Shane is the embodiment of putting your entire body under sand. Like, his story is so deep. And again, a lot of them have deep stuff and some are deeper than others, but I feel like Shane's really hits you because you're like, holy crap. He was being so rude because he was pushing you away and he's just depressed. He doesn't want to live. I know some people, girl, I thought my camera battery was broken. I know some people are like, I don't like that we had to save him. A relationship had to save him from his depression. It's like, I mean, he also probably was doing some self-thinking, self-worth. I just love Shane. Love his character. Truly, truly. It's so interesting. Again, I see myself in him and it's like, to me, it kind of hit me. I'm like, whoa, like, where did this come from? You know? I don't remember if before that update of him becoming romanceable, if he had these heart events or not, because I literally did not talk to him after that one point. But no, Shane is absolutely my favorite character. My friend a couple years ago made me like a Shane cutout thing. You know those like craft boards and then you like sew yarn? I don't know. She made me I just love Shane. I love Shane. I feel like he's such a hidden gem. It really is just like, whoa, you know? And I love that you marry him and that he just doesn't work at Joja anymore. I'm just like, I love that. I love that for us, you know? I know a lot of people hate him and it's like, well, what's the difference between you giving him gifts and he likes you versus you giving Haley gifts and she likes you? I feel like, I just feel like Haley's so superficial. I even feel like in the end, it's still so superficial. Whereas with Shane, it's just like, hey, thanks for the gift. Also, I feel like I want to kill myself, you know? And you're just like, what? I feel like he has his own growth. Whereas Haley, she just opens up to you because of the presents, you know? That's why I'm like, eh. Next one is Vincent. I'd say he's a sweetheart. From what I recall, I haven't gotten to know him very much, but from what I recall, he's just a cute little kid. Again, I think they do a really good job of making me interested in talking to him because, again, it's like, I don't care about half these characters. Next one is Willie. Dilf energy. He is just a vibe. I love him so much, and I love that he's not like a one and done, like, here, young man, here is your fishing pole. He's like, here you go. Also, hit me up sometime. Also, I do Ginger Island. Also, give me some fish. Also, give me some crabs. Also, how you doing, girl? Also, like, make him, I love him. You know, I also think, like, weirdly, even though he's often in its own world, without him, I feel like a lot of things would be gone, you know, / just empty. Last one is the wizard. He's so cool. I think he's really cool. He's also one of those characters where it's just like, he's off doing his own thing, but like, he's cool, right? I wish he wasn't so out of the way because it takes forever for me to become his friend. But like, I think he's really cool. So yeah, this is my tier list. The only ones that are in order are Shane and Sebastian. Shane is my number 1 favorite. Sebastian is my number 2. Also, they're romanceable. I love men, so that happens to be why. So Dilf energy was my biggest. I'm not gonna lie, I saw that and I absolutely knew that that was gonna be the biggest. Second one is love of my life, which I'm quite shocked. I look at them, I'm like, yeah, I love these people. Like, there ain't no doubt about it. I almost would put Morris up with love of my life, but he gives off like Dilf energy, you know, that's why he's there. So super cool people I want to be friends with. You have sweethearts. I'm looking at that. Yeah, that's about right. You know, they're cool, I guess. Yeah, I feel right about that. No strong opinion. Yeah, those characters, like I don't know if you've ever noticed in my gameplay, I don't talk to them. I don't necessarily care about them. Penny's always out in the open because she normally stays in the middle of town, so you think I would be able to be her friend better, but no, I'm just not super interested in her. Something about them doesn't sit right, whether it's a bad or good. Just like Harvey's boring. And then imagine if they shut up. That's Abigail. I don't like her. I feel like she's so rude to her parents. Yeah, thank you for watching. This is almost 50 minutes. My throat hurts. I feel like I don't know, I feel very happy about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give me to 5,000 subscribers and I'll give away a pair of socks. Brand new socks. Unless you don't want brand new socks. But then, I don't know. Bye!